Well, at least we now managed to see another Royal Navy this time anyway, but this one is the Royal Navy Hawker Beechcraft Avenger we've just seen this time anyway. But obviously that was the other Royal Navy that we've just seen anyway. That's the Royal Navy Hawker Beechcraft Avenger we've just seen this time anyway. Which, as you can see with this one here, that's just flown to at least 25-50,000 feet anyway. And that's when it took off from Culdrose as well anyway. Obviously that literally came for, which obviously that just came here just after for the low fly pass, for the low flyover from the Naval Mark II that we just saw earlier on anyway. Well, we saw a few minutes ago anyway. That was the one we just seen anyway, but obviously that was the Naval Mark II that came for a very low flyby earlier on anyway, which that was the one that came for a very low flyby. It did anyway, just over my house this morning anyway, which that's just came back from the train anyway. So yeah, now because this time we now get to see the Avenger T1 anyway, which is this is now the second Royal Navy we've just now seen, which that's now has just gone past near my house anyway. That is the Royal Navy Hawker Beechcraft Avenger we've just seen this time anyway. And the time it took off from Culdrose was around 9:40 AM this morning anyway. Whereas with that one, that's just been trained just over north of Wales anyway. That's just been flying past over near north of Wales anyway. As it just flew past just out on the North Ocean anyway, between Cornwall and North Wales anyway. And then just from here, he then just flew past. He then just come where was if though. That was when he pretty much came here anyway, but he was mostly just trained over North Ocean of between Cornwall and Wales anyway. Now because of this time he's just came here anyway. Now because this time he's just came here for fly past this time anyway. As you can see, he came here for at least 25,000 feet anyway. And as you can see, the registration is ZZ502, that is, and with the call sign Navy 572, that is anyway. Which that's the one that's just flew with the landing gears down anyway, which that was the one that just flew past with the landing gears down anyway. As it looks like it kind of shows that it's approaching over to Battery's base at Culdrose anyway. So yeah, anyway, but let's look back to the ZH836 what we see earlier on, well, a few minutes ago. Which that one was the only one we've just seen anyway. That was the Naval Mark II that we've just seen earlier on anyway. Which with that one, that came for a very low flyby, it did anyway. Like pretty low down it came anyway. It came here pretty low down it did anyway. Which especially the ones with the crow's nest anyway. But especially I've never seen the Naval Mark II with the crow's nest came for a very low flyby before anyway. So yeah, this is probably first time it came here for a very low flyby with a crow's nest. So yeah. But to be fair, it is so weird. The Naval Mark II has the crow's nest anyway. But this is the one that replaced the Mark 7 Seekins anyway. This is one of the crow's nests that got replaced from the Mark 7 Seekin generation. So yeah, because this is the one that got replaced from the Mark 7 Seekin generation, the older Seekin helicopters from A49 over Air Squadron, Culdrose, which that was the one that got replaced anyway. And yeah, and as you can see, it does kind of show that it has been trained just over in South Devon today apparently. As you can see, it was literally just around 5,000 feet anyway. As you can see, it passed over Dartmouth. So yeah, somewhere just between Keansbridge and Selcombe. As you can see, it kind of shows that it's been flying past over Selcombe anyway. So yeah, this is where it's just been up to today apparently. It's just been trained over in South Devon today apparently. Which this is probably where it's been to anyway today. So yeah, literally like what an awesome fly past, what an awesome low by we've just seen for the Naval Mark II. Literally like what an awesome fly past we've just seen. Literally like what an awesome fly past we've just seen from the Naval Mark II with the crow's nest. What an awesome fly past that was. At least I managed to get good footage of it anyway. At least I managed to get some good footage of the Naval Mark II doing a low flyby anyway. So yeah, at least I managed to get some good old footage of it coming anyway. So yeah, at least I managed to get some good old footage of it coming anyway. Which this is why, because every other times that we do see a Naval Mark II that comes for a very low by, we sometimes do see that very often over at my place anyway, because we sometimes do see a Naval Mark II that comes here for a very low flyby sometimes, because sometimes we often see that over my place in Penryn, and then sometimes during the day it just flies over, like most of the evenings it just flies over in Falmouth most of the nights anyway, because whereas even if it just flies over in Falmouth most of the time for a very low flyby, because with the Merlins they normally fly over in Falmouth Bay most of the time for a very low flyby, especially when especially it does kind of show when it comes back from training anyway. So yeah, but literally what an awesome pass we've just seen from the Merlin Mark II today, especially with the crow's nest. So yeah, but anyway, so yeah, by the looks of it, the Avenger T1 ZZ502 is now gone back, probably looks like back to its base to Culdrose anyway, and same with the Merlin Mark II, because both of them are now heading back to Culdrose now anyway. So yeah, okay, so yeah, especially because it's only Friday, because normally with the Royal Navy aircrafts they normally train only on a Friday morning, because normally at this time of Friday they normally they only do morning training only on Friday at this time of day, because this time of day they usually train every Friday, they do, which is every other night which is every other day that you usually train every Friday, especially from Friday morning they usually train onwards anyway, especially they do train every Friday morning onwards rather than the afternoon. So yeah, okay, so yep, thanks for watching, bye bye.